We're all excited for the next Captain America movie, Captain America 4, Brave New World, or whatever they decided to call it now. But they've released the latest update for the fifth or sixth round of reshoots that this movie's going through. But the latest report that I've got is from a couple of days ago that says that reshoots are underway with new pages and a new mystery character. Giancarlo Esposito is joining the cast for part of a 22-day reshoot as a villainous character. 22 days. That's over 3 weeks of reshoots. And that's the third or fourth time they've done it.
What series of reshoots is this? Like,
I don't know at this point.
It's insane. What the hell is this movie going to be?
Wow. That guy's really branching out and taking a risk with his acting career of playing a slightly imperious bad guy who pulls all the strings. He's never done that before.
Yeah. Play against type and all that. But yeah, man, I don't think any Marvel movie has gone through this level of reshoots. Even the Marvels didn't have to go through this much.
They will have created like 4 movies by the time this comes out. I want to see them all. I want to see which one's the cringiest.
Do a Captain America multiverse. It's all just Captain America movies.
Oh, dude,
like slight variations.
Like they just flip a 4-sided fucking coin die, whatever. Like they put out whatever one in each cinema just to confuse everybody. Like you don't know which one you're gonna get.
People arguing online about what happened. It's like, you idiot.
Can you Didn't they do that with Clue, where each cinema got shipped a different print? And so like there was multiple different endings, and you just never knew what you were going to get.
Yeah, to catch theory up, right? So principal photography, they're making Captain America 4. They finished it fucking ages ago. Then did reshoots, which is kind of expected. All of them get at least one run of it. And then I'm pretty sure they got more reshoots. And then it's just been announced they're getting even more reshoots that adds a whole new character in the form of a man who has been cast as every villain in every fucking TV show since Breaking Bad.
Is this Anthony Mackie?
Yeah, he will be Captain Falcon America, man.
Captain America, man.
So what's this? I saw literally last night that they're bringing 60 MCU characters into the Avengers 5.
Oh, God. I feel like you've already just summed up the problem with yeah. I mean, that's the exciting news. It's Michael Waldron has given it his first script, who famously, as far as I'm concerned, wrote one of the worst scripts in history, being Multiverse of Madness, which took me 6 hours to talk about every fucking contradiction in that retarded ass movie. So, woo.
Damn.
Yeah. So this is where Captain America 4 is, and it's almost like they're really struggling to make this work without Sam Wilson, without our original Captain America, which is kind of all that people want, really. Like that's what people identify with as the character. Like Sam Wilson is always just going to be a pretender. He's going to be an ancillary character, and he was always Falcon. He had a good character arc by himself. Yeah. Why'd you have to like turn him into Captain America?
Is that not the way it is in the comics?
Well, I mean, I think in the comics, like he's been multiple different people. Yeah. Like I think Bucky Barnes was the first inheritor of the Captain America moniker. And what many have
talked about is the way the story was built. I'm almost certain, I haven't got like a definitive example, but it seemed to me that it was always going to be Bucky, the way they did the MCU, being that Bucky's alter ego was something that was put upon him, the Winter Soldier, something that he tries to shed, get away from. And then, as time goes on, he's doing more and more hero work. He's trying to explain to the people he's wronged that wasn't him. And what better way to do that than to take on the moniker of someone who's now either died or gotten too old to continue, which they still haven't fucking confirmed to us, and to try and, to take up for that, versus a character who built out his own superhero personality, who he was known. He was a guy who did all kinds of things. It's like, well, now I'm going to stop being Falcon and be Captain America, which feels really odd. And then you watch Falcon the Winter Soldier, which is supposed to be the Passover for Falcon becoming Cap, and it's fucking horrendous. It was, and by the end of it, you don't even want him to be touching that shield. At this point, you want to put in a museum. Just
what? So what does his character gain by becoming Captain America and not just staying Falcon?
Nothing.
I don't know. Nothing. Yeah.
I think the studio gains brownie points on social media by saying like, "Hey, like Captain America's black now. Aren't we a progressive? Aren't we amazing for what we've done?"
Will they ever bring back Iron Man and Chris Evans and?
Well, so Robert Downey Jr. is saying he's up for it.
again, because theory, there's just like we've got all this baggage from talking about the Marvel. They're in arguably, possibly worse or the same position as Star Wars in terms of everything getting brutalized from characters to lore. But
I checked
the
out
nature of
after Infinity.
well, you're not the only one. The box office tells us everyone's fucking checking out. It's a bit of a disaster to say the least. And yeah, there's just so many TV shows and movies worth of fucking lore to go over in terms of explaining like each of these plot points, but it's been a thing. Well, and most people aren't even watching them now.
What about Deadpool and Wolverine?
So that's kind of a separate thing. It's like they exist outside the continuity of the MCU. They're just like pretty much their own universe.
It feels like the final hurrah for the Fox universe. It's going to have primarily references to that, and the characters they're using were built from Fox's side of the Marvel's work, I would argue, anyway.
Oh, jeez, dude. Those were the best.
Well, and that's the thing. People are probably going to like that film, and it's going to make a bunch of money, but it changes nothing about the MCU falling the fuck apart.
Yeah, it's not a formula you can replicate. You can't keep bringing Hugh Jackman back to do more Wolverine.
Well, the fact that we're here sitting wondering whether or not this will be something that can make the difference to essentially iconic characters played by the actors that everyone would want them to be played by at this point. One being so legacy, he spans generations to the point where everyone's like, there's no way you can recast Wolverine at this point.
Some of the people watching this won't even have been born when Hugh Jackman for Wolverine.
At least wasn't.
And then you've got like, what's Marvel's like up to sort of after that? It's like, well, it's going to be Captain America without Captain America and a fucking show about that witch from that other show no one watched. You're like, what are you?
Agatha.
What?
Yeah, exactly. What's the title of it now? It's like changed title 3 or 4 times.
It was Agatha all along. Is that the final one?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Some bullshit. This is what I mean. Like the Deadpool versus Wolverine film, that feels like the kind of decision that when it's made in a boardroom, you go, that makes sense. I understand why you're doing this. We can all see why you're doing this. And it would have been pushed heavily by Ryan Reynolds and his friendship with Hugh Jackman. I can picture that conversation where they fucking playing a video game at his house. So it's like, can you please do this? It'll be great for like all kinds of reasons. But that's like the only decision that's made really any sense to us in the past 5 years. And it'll be an anomaly for sure. Much like No Way Home was an anomaly, much like Guardians 3 for their own very specific reasons. Everything else, like I can't wait for the box office results of Avengers 5 in the same way as the next Star Wars movie being all about Rey. These things are going to change everything for Disney's perception of their.
Well, we got the Mando movie is going to be the first one, and then it's the Rey movie, and then it's the Dawn of the Jedi.
Is that what they're going for?
Yeah,
so
2026.
Mando movie first.
2026.
So which are you more excited for, Theory? Are you more excited for the Mando movie or the Rey movie?
What do you think? The Rey movie, dude. Are you kidding me? No.
The potential.
No, look, I think Mando movie could be very well done, but what I think they're going to do is they're going to follow the suit of Marvel, and they're going to basically have all of these shows. So Ahsoka season 2 comes out, 2025? Something like that. And then Mando 4, I guess, is done. What else we got? Boba. Bunch of other shows. They're going to try and convert Skeleton Crew. They're going to converge all of them into this one movie that is the Mando movie. So I think in season 2 of Ahsoka, we'll get a lot of Luke, hopefully. And it'll set everything up to all of them converge into this one movie that will be in 2026.